Okay, so we're now joined by Howard Dratler. He's the Executive Vice President, Field Operations for Kofax. How are you today, Howard?
Good, Darwin. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you
Great.
so much, and thank you for giving us some time
My
for this
pleasure.
interview. Yeah, Howard, I'd like to start by talking about the market landscape in China.
Sure.
How do you perceive the IPO and BPO market landscape in China?
Well, I think it continues to be a very healthy market from what we've seen. It certainly continues to be on a good track of growth. We see our clients quite interested in accessing those capabilities. Specifically, we've seen quite a bit of interest in shared service centers recently. A lot of our customers, not just in Asia Pacific but globally, are interested in not only taking advantage of what shared service centers have to offer, but also maybe even investing in a shared service center, possibly in China. So I think it's a very healthy market, and I think the trends all look very good to me.
I know you have a very good understanding of the industry. Kofax has been around for quite some time. Where do you think the shared services industry is heading to? Any predictions for the next 24 months?
Well, I think for the next 24 months, I think we're going to see more of what we've seen, over the last 12 to 18 months, which is continued investment in shared service centers in China. I think the number of shared service centers will certainly increase. I mean, I think I saw a recent report that said there's 400 to 500 shared service centers today. I would imagine that number is likely going to maybe double over the next 24 months, particularly as multinationals, continue to look at driving to lower cost models and taking advantage of lower cost labor, better use of resources and so forth. I think that the trend is likely going to continue to be very healthy over the next 24 months. I see no reason to believe that it's going to do anything other than grow.
Now, we know China is a rather unique type of market. Compared with the rest of the world, what do you think are the main challenges for acquiring business in China?
Well, I think there's a variety of things, but I guess for us specifically for Koufax, what we've seen is there's always language challenges, of course, and the different dialects within China. So for us, being able to access the market means you need to be sensitive to those various dialects in the different regions. So that's one challenge. The other interesting phenomenon we've seen is that, especially as China has become more prosperous, we've seen there's a move of population to what we call, sort of the larger cities, Shanghai and so forth, where folks want to live. But as that's happened, a lot of our customers, the shared service centers and BPOs, have migrated to maybe what I'd characterize as smaller or tier 2 cities. As that's happened, access to skill sets is a little more challenging. The other issue is that infrastructure is probably not quite as good there, and so folks using our products and the companies that we're selling to, are a little more challenged there. So all those things kind of, create a set of dynamics that make it, those are some of the more challenging elements of selling into the Chinese market. Compliance is another issue, though. Certainly, compliance not only with local Chinese regulations and so forth, but also labor and workers who are familiar with the standards and requirements of companies that are taking advantage of shared service centers that might be in those markets, whether it's SOX or a whole variety of other compliance issues. That tends to be one of the other challenging elements as well.
Right. What do you think are the most common requirements of your clients, and what do you think brings about these needs?
Well, we have a large number of customers across a wide range of industries. One of the things that we've seen over the last several years, which is a trend that I think is going to continue, is for AP automation and invoice processing and the outsourcing of that. And we've seen that as a very significant part of our business. I would say probably over the last couple of years, at least 25–30% of our business isn't somehow related to AP automation or invoice processing. So there's I think that's one of the main requirements that we've seen. But that's sort of the leading process that we see companies wanting to automate and to make more efficient, but it's one of many that's on the list. And so I'd say overall the automation of various business processes and making those processes more efficient is something that's sort of top of mind for most multinationals that we work with in our customer base.
Now let's talk a little bit about your company, Kofax. Can you give us a little bit more detail about Kofax and the unique value that your company provides?
Sure, I'd love to do that. In fact, so Koufax is one of, if not the largest capture company in the market today. We have a tremendous breadth of products that are aimed at capturing information at the point of origination, processing that information, and now with our acquisition of our Total Agility product about 12 months ago, we actually are able to take that capture process even further and automate even more of the business process. We've also made significant investments in mobile capture technology. So, all of those components give us the ability to give our customers not only the ability to really reduce costs around these business processes, especially document-centric business processes, but we give them now the ability to actually access more clients with our mobile technology. So it's really the value we're creating is on both sides of that equation. Cost savings on the one hand in the back office, access to more clients, and the ability to onboard those clients far more efficiently with our mobile capture technology.